Oh my goodness, you guys. I have to make a video. I just watched part of, I didn't even finish the video. Meet Kevin. He's talking about what's going on in the crypto market. And he brings up Celsius. And I like the guy. I watch a lot of his stuff. I've seen him, for years. Um, but gosh, he just doesn't know what he's talking about with this. Not even just with Celsius, but he starts talking about staked ETH. And I just want to break this down. This is basic accounting for business and investments, okay? So, first off, if I was Kevin, I'd be very, very careful what I'm saying, because something he just said on there, like Celsius could sue him. He's going to end up in trial like Johnny Depp and Amber, and he's going to be Amber. But he started saying that Celsius is taking coins from new customers so he could pay interest to other customers, like a Ponzi scheme. Right after he says, no, I'm not saying they're a Ponzi scheme. Like, yes, you just said that's a Ponzi scheme. They're not doing that, right? This is ridiculous. But anyway, he starts talking about what's really going on. It has to do with, if you haven't looked into it, it's Ethereum is trying to do their new merge. They're having some issues. They have Ethereum 2.0. Basically, a quick breakdown, you can stake Ethereum and you get a receipt. This receipt is called staked Ethereum. It's basically a coin. This happens all the time when you're in the DeFi world. You start staking coins, you get this receipt so you can redeem your original coins. And sometimes these receipts you could trade on the market. Well, what he started talking about was that staked Ethereum has depegged. So anybody who's saying that staked Ethereum has depegged, they don't know what they're talking about. Just turn it off right there. They have no idea what they're talking about. Staked Ethereum is not pegged to anything. It's just a receipt. That's all it is. Okay? And I think it's hilarious because you'll hear these, Bitcoin maxis out there talking about this. But if they're going to say that, how come they aren't talking about the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust? I mean, couldn't I say the same thing and say, wait a minute, that's depegged from Bitcoin? Oh my goodness. No, it's not really depegged. It's selling at a discount relative to another currency, right? Another crypto or something, right? So think about it this way. If let me say a little bit more first before I get into my analogy. So basically, if you get this one-to-one receipt, okay, let's say you put in 1 Ethereum, right? If you get a receipt, it's called staked ETH. It says you get 1 Ethereum. So whoever has that can redeem it for the 1 Ethereum. But you're also able to trade that in the market. If the market decides they want to buy that receipt, right? Great. Well, things like that, same thing in the stock world, things can sell at a premium or a discount. Or they can just sell at market value, right? Depends on what the market's willing to do. How much is, someone willing to lose because they have a bill to pay or they have a car to buy or whatever they want to do. So here's the deal. Everybody's freaking out because they're looking at it as if it's depegged because someone might be selling their staked ETH at, 10% off of what Ethereum currently is, let's say. If Ethereum, and now it's not at 1,000, but let's just use it to keep the math easier. If Ethereum was at $1,000, you bought Ethereum, you went and you staked it, and you have this receipt, you freak out, and you sell it for $900, right? If Ethereum's still at $1,000, the receipt is still worth $1,000 because the Ethereum is worth $1,000, and that's what you're going to redeem it for. Okay, so if you bring a coat, let's say you come and you check your coat with me, okay? I give you a receipt for 1 coat, but let's say that coat is worth $1,000, all right? Now you go out, but I say, okay, you have to leave your coat here for 7 days. Okay, now you have a receipt that is, it has to, you have to hold it for 7 days. You don't have to hold it, you can sell it, but 2 days in you freak out, right? Someone tells you it depegged, you're freaking out. You sell your receipt for $800. right? So you sell it at a 20% discount because it's technically, the coat is worth $1,000 in the market right now. So if you sell it at that discount, the other guy has a receipt for one coat, and it just so happens the coat is worth $1,000. So what he did, as long as the market value of that coat does not fall, he just bought $1,000 for $800. That's what he did. Now, if he's willing to wait the extra 5 days for that coat to finally be unchecked, he gets a $1,000 coat, and he paid $800 for it. This is exactly what happens in the bond market. You can buy bonds at discounts. You can buy them at premiums. It depends on what's going on in the market. And those have to do with interest rates, okay? But it's the same thing with the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So if you can go, like, why would you buy Bitcoin at $21,000 when you can buy a piece of paper that is backed by Bitcoin for, say, $16,000, right? You're getting at a huge, huge discount. But nobody's saying that's depegged, because it's not depegged. It has nothing to do with being pegged. This is the same thing in the commodities market. You can go, let's say PSLV, I think that's Sprott's Trust for silver. Okay, they have some for gold too. Same type of thing. You see this all the time. You can buy the stock that's issued, right? The trust is holding the asset. There's stock that is issued against it. So you can buy these as if like a receipt, right? And then there's assets under management. The assets under management would be the Bitcoin, would be the silver, would be the gold, would be the Ethereum, right? Now, the market may decide, hey, I need my money right now, and people are able to sell their paper on the market at a discount, or maybe a premium if people really want to get in, right? So people sell it at a discount. The nice thing about selling, or someone selling it at a discount, is I could come buy basically that asset or the access to that asset for cheaper than buying the actual asset. And if it's redeemable, like Paxos Gold, that's a perfect example, right? That's a crypto that's backed physically by gold. If you have enough of the crypto, you can reclaim the physical gold, right? So if Paxos starts, this might actually happen in the future. Let's say Paxos Gold, the crypto version of it, starts selling at a discount. Are they going to say, oh, it's depegged from gold? I mean, I was going to say no, but someone might start saying that. The point is that the gold that's behind it, like if gold just sat there at $1,800 an ounce and people started selling Paxos Gold at $1,000 because they're freaking out, right? If someone comes out and says it's depegged, causes more panic, I'm going to go buy that Paxos Gold because I'm going to go redeem it for $1,800 physical gold, right? Or I could just hold on to the Paxos Gold till people realize that they're idiots and they're going to come back in trying to buy the Paxos Gold, and I'm going to make this huge return on paper, right? It's just, people have no clue what they're talking about with this stuff. I know these guys have big channels, and I watch a ton of these channels. I'm always browsing through them, but you still have to be careful, okay? This is causing even more panic. And I mean, I have some low orders in there, and one of them got filled last night on Algo, right? And I have some that are way lower. That was kind of my first notch, but I expect this type of stuff to continue, and it's going to cause some quick sell-offs if you believe crypto is going to do well. Now, not all crypto. I think almost all of them are going to die, okay? So again, good projects. If you think that this is going to be the future, then I would be putting in those limit orders, okay? There's a high probability these are going to get filled at incredibly low prices. I mean, just think of Cardano when it fell to like 2 cents during COVID, right? I mean, that would have been an incredible return, right? But you had to have that limit order set in. But again, with the whole Celsius thing, it's a liquidity issue, but the more panic that continues, I don't think there's any stopping the panic at this point. I put a suggestion out there, that Celsius could look at on how to start allowing people to redeem at slower rates, just to to calm everything down. But this stuff has got to stop. I mean, the speculation about how they're getting new customers so they can pay other customers, like, that's ridiculous. And if I was Kevin, I would make a whole nother YouTube video just explaining, hey guys, watching my video back, I realized I said this, and I'm going to go ahead and re-record my video, but yeah, that was off base. I didn't really mean to use that word. He's recording live, like I'm recording live. I'm not editing these videos. So I would completely understand if he made that video, but man, I'd be really careful if I was him saying something like that, because that can completely ruin somebody's business. And Kevin has a lot of money, which means he has a lot of money to be sued for. So I'd be really, really careful. But that is not what's happening with Celsius. That's not what's happening with SoFi. None of these places are doing that. They're doing the same thing Wells Fargo does. They're lending out to other places. Anyway, have a good one.